You're watching Rev TV.
So, Freddie, signing in for Rev TV. As you guys already know over there, we brought our cameras because we're headed to BOTT because of the times. We made a pit stop, caught footage of Generations musicians, and let me tell you something. We're going to invite them. Well, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to fundraise, but we're going to get them there. Trust me, it's going to be a blast, and we have the coolest name, Apocalypsis, or APOC. He's a acoustic guitar player, and you just found out of this news, and you don't even know if you're how we're gonna get you there. I didn't even. You can tell the cameras this is not scripted.
No, it's not.
It's not scripted. How would you feel participating in Revolution Worship?
Well, I would be honored and excited to be there.
What could you tell, even though you do not know them, the youth of New Life Pentecostal Church and of all Ontario, of November coming down and starting a new link, a new connection between the church here in Houston and the youth group in Ontario? What could you tell them?
Well, I've heard a lot of things about Canada. I heard that Canada's on fire. So I'm really believing that God's going to do something powerful there. I think the atmosphere and the hunger for a movement of God is already in place. So I truly believe that this conference or event you guys are going to have is going to be a huge blessing for the young people there. I believe a lot of young people are going to be changed and challenged to live for God, and it's going to take them to another level.
All right. So there you have it. This is APOC, Apocalypsis. By faith, we'll be there. Not only that, two more musicians. We have Memo over here. Come over here, Memo. Come over here, Memo. This is Memo.
Yo.
This is you should hear this guy on the guitar and the electric guitar. This guy, he's something. He's good. Can you give us a couple of words for the youth over there in Ontario? How would you feel? How would you feel being a part of revolutionary worship?
I'm already excited.
Already excited. There you go. Already excited.
I would like to be part of it too.
Okay.
Somehow, and I feel excited. I don't know why.
Let me tell you something. When the youth gets connected with other youth, we're powerful. And what's going to happen, I'm already excited. And to be honest with you, this was not even planned. But trust me, you want to see these guys worship. One more person. Daniel.
He broke his foot this week.
Now this one is going to be interesting. Alvin, you're watching. You got competition in the singing department. This man right here can sing. Oh, check this out. Broken foot and all. Alvin, broken foot and all. Match that.
You call it commitment.
So, a little friendly Christian fighting words for Alvin. You don't even know him.
Alvin, I'm out to get you, man.
How do you feel about the potential and by faith that you're going to be there and being a part of revolutionary worship?
Well, it's exciting, man, to know that not only the U.S. is on fire for God, but also Canada is on fire for God, and just want to share with you what God has put in my heart. And one of the words that God planted in my heart this year was to focus. We can't do everything, but if we just focus on God and focus on what God has called us to do, and I try to work in your office or you try to work in my office, but to focus on what God is trying to do in your life, God is going to move greatly. But if you focus, sometimes when you're watching well, it's old now, but like the VCR, and you remember you used to put or you can watch it. That's what happens to us when we don't focus. We start catching signals, and so God gave me a word this year, and I give you that word today too, Canada. Focus on what God has called you to do. If you are doing 10 things, if you're a youth pastor and you're trying to lead worship and lead this and lead that, you're not doing what God is calling you to do. Focus on what God's calling you to do. If you're a youth pastor, lead your youth. If you're a worship pastor, lead your worship team. If you're a senior pastor, lead your church. Don't try to be an evangelist. Don't try to lead your church. Focus on what God has called you to do. So I'm excited, man, for Canada and for you guys being here in Houston. This is not my church where I lead worship at, but this is a church where I was birthed, and I'm so grateful for being here tonight and with my brothers in Christ, and they're more than brothers, they're my family, and I love them. So I'm excited about what God is doing.
All right, there you go. So